I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Those in the building here, please stand while we recognize those people that have passed since our last meeting. Betty L. Distel. Ethiam Tony Hornsberger. Fire exits are directly behind me. We don't go down the stairs, just strictly out this door right here. If there's any problems in the building. Attorney concerns?
None we haven't already reviewed.
Petitioners, anybody that's in the audience tonight or on Zoom, please come to the, state your name on Zoom or come to the podium and state your name and discuss any concerns that you would have for the town board.
Yeah. Good, Mr. Mayor
Come on
Kaplan.
up, Jeff, Mr. Kaplan, come on up.
I'm not sure, I was looking over, I'm not sure if it's on the agenda, I've had some conversations, I'm sorry.
Hi, Jeff.
Everybody. I've had some conversations with the supervisor about this, but Greenfield Resorts, which built out the old Tamarack property, has probably $2,700,000 in round numbers in bonds that are still active. And the reason for posting of the bonds was to make sure that they did the infrastructure work. Most of that infrastructure work has been done for two years. The last remaining piece is a fence, a gated fence around the cemetery, maybe at a cost of $10,000 or $15,000. We are asking, to have $2.8 million in bonds literally costs thousands of dollars a year. This is not a cheap thing, and there's simply no reason, and they can't cancel the bonds. In fact, they're in a lawsuit with the bonding company because they refused. They said there's no need for these bonds. So we're asking the town board, I am on behalf of Greenfield Resorts, to cancel 2 of the bonds. That would leave, I believe, the third bond is around $400,000.
$493,000, there's 7 things to
Thank
be
you.
done on that. We went through this in the last day or so, was
Yeah.
Jackie, right? Correct, Jamie?
So-
Robin Coleman has worked with our planner and our labor attorney, Miss Mary Lou Christiana. I have an email as of yesterday or today that states that the $493,000 one will not be at this point because there's 7 different things.
And we're all right with that.
And Mr. Watson is the engineer, as you know.
Yeah.
He'll be up there next week to do some inspections.
Right, so we're all right with that, but we really need the cancellation. There's just no rational reason to make these people have $2.8 million in bonds when you have about $15,000 left on the job. So we're asking, I get daily emails from my clients saying, look, we're paying thousands of dollars just in the lawsuit for this. And so we'd appreciate it if the bond would at least, the town would cancel the 2 larger bonds, form $100,000 for basically putting up a fence, which they've ordered, and they're gonna put it up around the cemetery, is more than enough to cover that. So,
I sent everything to Mary Lou.
Yeah, if I could, I had a conversation with Mary Lou on a totally unrelated matter late this afternoon, and she said, oh, by the way, is this on the agenda? And I looked at it, and I said, no. She said, well, okay, good, because yes, some of the bonds should be released, but there's a little confusion as to which bond should be released and which one shouldn't. So I would just suggest maybe put on the agenda for next 2 weeks from now. But traditionally, we get a letter from the building department and or the planning board saying it's their recommendation that release XYZ bonds. And I don't think we've ever done it other than without a letter from the
I sent to
planning
the
board.
town board, to the planning board, and to the building department, several letters over the time, and the response for the last year has been, well, you got that fencing gate around the cemetery, and that's it. I mean, there were some trees there, they took down the trees.
Well, as of yesterday, they had their list of 7 different items, and that's why Randy Watson was called up by the building department, and he's scheduled to put there. And that's pertaining to the $493,000 one.
Okay, and
The
again.
last thing I knew
I have
was
no problem with
they
that.
we were probably in good shape of releasing the other two, but.
Yeah, I talked to
But Mary Lou was saying that there's an issue with that, so we'll have to look at that and then approve it at the next meeting.
Okay, I'd appreciate that. And, Bill, if you do hear something, if you'd let me know so we can.
Yeah, I
can
mean,
jump
normally
on
I wouldn't be
that.
involved, it's just I happened to have a conversation
I know,
with her on
I
a
got you.
totally
I know.
unrelated matter, and she asked me if I was on the agenda, and she gave me a 2-second spiel about what it was about, and
Okay.
said there was some confusion, but yes, certainly some of the bonds, and
I think-
maybe 2 weeks from now, all the bonds can be
Yeah,
released.
I think
That's why he's saying
they've
that.
got about $80,000 or $90,000 of bond payments due for bonds that are clearly unnecessary to have. I'd appreciate any
Yep.
prices there.
I know they just finished a beautiful ball field there recently.
Yeah, they were playing.
It's really nice.
They were playing out there last night.
Quite nice ball field.
Great, okay, thank you, I appreciate your time.
Thanks, John.
Yep.
7:05, Terry.
7:05, yep. 7:05 is, I don't know who this person is. Anybody know who this person is?
Who could it be?
I think somebody at the school.
You want me to come up or?
I think it's a school teacher or something.
Well, we got to open up the public hearing first.
All right, so continuation of the public hearing. We have, motion to open the public hearing.
Second.
Mike makes a motion and Bill seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
The motion's carried. So it's, the purpose of the public hearing is to receive input and comments from the public regarding application/petition from Rebecca Burke, Eatery 52, to consider an adoptive overlay reuse designation for SBL 81.2-1-42, 7257 Route 52, Greenfield Park, New York. So at this point,
The record should reflect, we received communication from North
Yes.
County Planning Board that it had, this proposal had no county impact.
yes, so I have the documentation right here from Rob Leibowitz of the County Planning Board, works for Dennis Doyle, and I called him a couple days ago and I said, "You're meeting tomorrow night, Wednesday?" And he says, "Yep," and I said, "It's gonna be on the agenda," and I said, "Yep." And
Thank you.
He said, "Yep," and then he said it'll be approved. So then this morning, he sent it to us.
Excellent, thank you
So
so
we can't
much.
get any faster than that, but I know it's been a process. So, we have a motion to close the public hearing?
I make the motion.
Second.
All makes the motion and Bill seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried.
Resolution.
That's a good first step, hopefully, and we'll proceed from there, right?
Let's do resolution.
Now we got to do the resolution.
The town board by resolution approves the ARO designation for Eatery 52 SBL 81.2-1-42, 7257 Route 52, Greenfield Park. I have a motion.
Motion.
Paul
I make
makes a
it.
motion, Bill seconds it, the roll call vote, Mike?
Aye.
Bill, Paul?
Aye.
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 And I vote aye, so that again is unanimously voted on, and
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
Very
patience
much.
on this. I know it's been a difficult road for you.
Thank you, I appreciate your work.
Bye-bye.
another resolution, the town of Warsing Board by resolution accepts the bids for terminal apron and taxi lane rehabilitation contract at the Joseph Y. Resnick Airport and awards the bid to A. Colarusso and Sons, Inc. in the amount of $337,160 base bid. Be it further resolved that the town board authorizes the supervisor to enter into a contract with A. Colarusso and Sons, Inc. on behalf of the town of Orsing and Joseph Y. Resnick Airport.
I'll make it.
Second.
Paul makes it and Bill seconds it. That's a roll call vote. Mike?
Aye.
Paul?
Aye.
Bessie?
Aye.
Bill?
Aye.
That's a unanimous resolution. Town board to approve budget mods.
We have one. Do you-
Yep, it's for $6,083.95.
Do you have that, Jackie, or no? Okay.
Cassie makes the motion.
I'll second it.
All seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve bills as audited. We have 3 signatures, myself, Bill, Cassie.
So moved.
Bill makes a motion,
Second.
Cassie seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to accept the minutes of July 6th regular audit, the 20th regular audit, the 24th workshop.
So moved, 3 through 5.
Second.
Bill makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Number 6, town board to approve the assessor report for June.
So moved.
Cassie makes a motion, Bill, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve a partial payment in the amount of $73,466.40 towards application number 10 to Amity Construction Corp. for the Warsing Water District Individual Service Connections, Local Roads, WWD, bid number 11.
I'll move it.
Second.
Cassie makes a motion, Paul seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. 8, town board to approve a partial payment in the amount of $48,972.90 towards application 1 to Ray S. Pantel, Inc. for the Warsing Water District electrical service to the water tank service, water storage tank.
So moved.
That's bid 12.
Second.
Cassie makes the motion, Bill seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Number 9, to approve the following invoices to Labella for Warsing's Water District, adding, let's see, there's 5 of them.
So moved.
Second.
Bill makes a motion, Cassie seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Number 10, town board to authorize the supervisor to execute change order number 5 to TAM Enterprises for the Warsing Water District Water Treatment Facility and Well Field. General construction to further radio transmitter equipment for signal to water storage tank of the water treatment plant. This will increase the contract amount by $16,560 for a total contract of $2,386,933.34.
So moved.
Second.
Cassie makes the motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. 11, town board authorizes the supervisor to change order number 4 for Darlin Associates, Inc. to accredit the town from changing to sectional overhead doors in lieu of coiling overhead doors in an original bid. This will decrease the contract by $113,782 for a new contract sum of $7,269,178.
So moved.
Bill makes a motion and Mike seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
That motion's carried, and that's a good number to be lowered by, $113,782. Number 12, town board to authorize the supervisor to execute the change order number 5 for Darlin Inc. to draw down from $250,000 allowance per specification, section 012100, section 3.3A1, due to changes in the water service line for the new garage. The amount of drawdown is $16,485. Remaining allowance balance is $195,335.
So moved.
Second.
Mike makes a motion, Bill seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve payment application number 1 in the amount of $385,234.50 to Darlin Associates, Inc. for the highway garage and rehabilitation project, general construction.
So moved.
Mike makes a
Second.
motion, Bill seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve payment number 1 in the amount of $43,700 to J&J SAS Electric, Inc. for the highway garage and rehabilitation project, electrical.
So moved.
Second.
Mike makes the motion, Bill seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Number 15, town board to approve invoice 202-34107 in the amount of $2,420 to Advanced Testing Company for the new highway garage and rehabilitation project.
So moved.
Second.
Bill makes the motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve invoice number 1 in the amount of $6362.61 to Bernier and Larios for professional services rendered for the Cohasset Sewer District.
So moved.
Second.
Nancy makes the motion, Paul seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve the invoice in the amount of $9,935 to Oregon Harrington and Sutcliffe LLP for professional services rendered relating to the issuance of a $7,200,000 bond anticipation note
So
for the
moved.
new highway
Second.
garage. Bill makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried.
This Monday we got money.
Yeah.
Town board authorize the supervisor to execute the proposal from CT Mail Associates in the amount of $6,220 for the 2023 landfill monitoring and reporting service, which is an annual assessment of the
So moved.
landfill. Bill makes the motion.
Second.
Cassie seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Number 19, town board to approve a membership invoice in the amount of $244 for Lisa Waslick, payroll personnel assistant, to be enrolled in SHRM for human resource support.
So moved.
Cassie makes the
Second.
motion, Bill seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. 20, town board to approve the payment of $1,650 to the Association of the Towns for the Warsing membership dues for the year 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Mike makes the motion, Paul seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to authorize the supervisor to execute a contract proposal from Linstar in the amount of $1,910 for the annual Galaxy licensing fee and annual alarm monitoring fee from August 1st, 23 to 7/31/24.
So moved.
Cassie makes the motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. 22, town board to approve the 2023 NFL flag football program. The program will run from September 11th to December 1st. Town will pay NFL registration fee of $30 per person, which includes jersey, footballs, and medical insurance. Participant registration is $15 per person.
So moved.
Second.
Bill makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. 23, town board to approve the Ellenville Warsing Youth Commission to host a soccer clinic at Littman Park every Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. from August 8th to September 5th. Soccer clinic is for youth ages 14 to 17. There is no fee for the clinic.
So moved.
Second.
Cassie makes a motion, Paul seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve the following trips for the Ellenville Warsing Youth Commission Summer Camp. Kelders Farm, August 8th.
So moved.
Bill makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Town board to approve to a change the classification of Linda Blauvelt, senior account clerk, from provisional to permanent as of August 3rd. This is per her successful completion of the civil service exam.
So moved.
Second.
Mike makes a
Congratulations.
motion.
Congratulations to Linda.
Who seconded it?
Paul.
Paul did.
All seconded it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. 26, town board to accept the resignation of Peter Jennings, water wastewater maintenance worker. His resignation is effective as of July 31st.
So moved.
Second.
Bill makes the motion, Paul seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried.
You were right. You were right.
27, town board to approve Michelle Manalfi, court clerk, and Tanya Sahlstrom, court clerk, to attend the New York SAMCC 43rd Annual Conference. The conference will take place from Sunday, September 17th, Wednesday, September 20th, at the Turning Stone, Verona, New York. Total cost not to exceed $1,515, a town vehicle to be used for transportation.
So moved.
Second.
Can I comment?
I want to go too, I want to go.
Her letter stated that they would get doing mileage. Are they taking the vehicle?
They're taking my.
They're taking a town
They're taking a vehicle.
Only because her letter to us said fee plus mileage, so. that's why
They're
I'm
taking
asking.
a town vehicle, well, they have to have gas to get there though. They have to, it might take more than,
It could just be.
That's why I'm asking.
yeah. Verona's how far away? The ways.
It's 3.5 hours.
Yeah. And there's two people going, so they should be able to take a town vehicle.
Yep, so that's what I'm asking.
Yeah. All right, so that was first and seconded.
All in favor?
Yep.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Motion's carried. Town board revises a motion approved on January 19th, approving the purchase of a 2023 Ram 2500 Tradesman regular cab 4x4 pickup truck in the amount of $60,836.95 from Robert Green Truck Division for Napanock Water Sewer Department to the purchase of a 2022 Dodge Ram 3500 pickup in the amount of $60,836.95 from Robert Green.
Was that 2022 or 2023?
Yeah.
That's my
Should be
question, too.
23, huh?
2022.
22. It's a,
23 truck, they got lost somewhere, they don't know where it is.
it's a 3/4 ton, this one.
This is the 1 ton.
So it's a different truck.
That's a bigger
Different
truck.
truck.
For the same price.
Same
It's
price.
a better truck for the same
It's got
price.
more stuff on it.
Okay.
So moved.
Second.
Cassie makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried. 29, town board to authorize the town clerk to advertise for a public hearing on the proposed Cohasset First Aid Squad Ambulance District KFAS, K-A-F-A-S, on August 17th at 2023 at 7:10 PM at the Town Hall, 108 South Street, Columbia, New York.
So moved.
Mike makes a motion,
Second.
Cassie seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried.
Now we need the resolution, Bill?
Yeah, somebody needs to do it.
Resolution of the Town of Warsing approving the adoption of map, plan, and report for proposed ambulance district. Whereas KFOS provides ambulance service to most of the town of Rochester and a portion of the town of Warsing, and whereas the town of Rochester has created an ambulance district to provide a taxpayer funding for the Rochester portion of KFOS, whereas the town of Warsing desires to create an ambulance district for the Warsing portion of KFOS. Whereas the town is commissioned for the preparation of map, plan, and report for the establishment of Cohasset First Aid Squad Ambulance District. Now therefore it is resolved that the town of Warsing hereby adopts the map, plan, and report for the establishment KFOS Ambulance District. It is further resolved that the town approves an order adopting the map, plan, and report and setting forth a public hearing on August 17th, 2023 at 7:10 PM, for which the town clerk shall duly publish notice. The purpose being the creation of KFOS Ambulance District, which said approval, if granted, shall be subject to permissive referendum. The resolution shall take effect immediately, adopted this third day of August 2023. It's a resolution, so it's a roll call vote.
Okay, Mike,
Aye.
Paul,
Aye.
Cassie.
Aye.
Aye.
And I vote aye, so it's a unanimous resolution. Thank you, Bill. And at this point, I don't believe we have any other issues business-wise, other than our comments from the highway superintendent and the council people. Okay. Tony's got some stuff here.
This week we're paving Temple Road. Part of it belongs to Manatee, and I talked to the guy from Manatee. He's gonna pay for 1 mile of blacktop.
They're going down the hill part down.
That's what we're going from,
The bridge up.
Hilton Road right down to Mountain Hill Road. We're doing that. We're just done Lundy Road, 2.25 miles. We paved, we didn't repave, we surfaced the road. Had Peckham come in, we've done the road over. It's a dirt road, so it's gonna be a tune of something like $90,000. We can't do it with our graders, because our graders are too old. We can't do nothing with them. So I had to have it done. Next year I plan on doing where we left off at Rose Harbor to the town road, out by 209. That's what I plan on.
So the answer, or the explanation, I believe, is we have 180 miles of roads, and there's a number of ways that you can repair a road.
I'm not planning on paving Lundy Road at all. I mean, it's too costly for one house. I mean, you gotta resurface, we're gonna have to keep it a dirt road for now.
It's about a 4-mile stretch, isn't it?
It's 4.5 miles from the mansion back to 209. So,
Well, as long as it's safe, and it's under regulations,
Yeah.
right?
That's it.
but DEC recommended we didn't pave it anyway, they figured it would create a problem with water.
Is that right?
Yes. That's what they told us. What else? Our new truck showed up at Reed's yesterday. One we ordered 2.5 years ago. It showed up. The other one's supposed to be built sometime in November.
Hopefully they didn't drive it from someplace. For 2 years.
Last I heard, it was sitting down in Delaware for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That's gonna be coming up this year. We gotta build that out. The other thing is, I hope my guys are listening. I hope people are listening. We don't have much room down our place. The tempers get a little crazy sometimes. We try to work with everybody there, and I'm trying to help everybody to try to save taxpayers' money. Some people don't agree with it, but if I can cut corners here and save some money for the town, I'm gonna do it. Just let you guys know.
This is regarding the parking, Tony?
We're parking and we're doing some ditching for some of these contractors.
Yep.
And look,
So anything that saves money is a good thing.
according to Randy, we're gonna, he keep an eye on the dollar signs. All right? Gonna try to get some money back.
Thanks for saving us money on the doors.
Oh, I fought that thing.
That's a big number.
I fought that. I'm fighting these walls too inside.
Yep.
I think that'd be more efficient the way we planned this other way than what they're doing. Other than that, my day is done.
All right, thanks.
Good deal.
Bill Brown.
Thanks to Tony and the highway crew for taking down 2 trees as you go into the main street there in Napanock, where we placed the new Napanock sign. Looks good there. We have a flagpole that has a flag on it now, and it's lighted in the evening.
Peters Market.
6 days left to camp. Camp went well. Some things that are discouraging are the fact that there was 4 separate vandalisms of stuff during camp, after hours, and people on top of the pool roof tearing off shingles, throwing them in the pool. Another one, the ignition wires were cut off on the golf cart. 5 gallons of gas siphoned out of the golf cart. And last week the pool building was broken into and some camp stuff stolen. But,
No cameras?
nothing that identifies anything. Credit card system is working good at the transfer station. We had a very positive meeting with the village staff, recreation staff, and the town staff on Berm Row Park, and we're set to move forward on the administering the grant that we received. And it's another example of the town and the village being able to work together for a common goal, and that's very positive. Today we had a very positive meeting with the senior citizens from the Napanock group there, and we're looking to expand our recreation program to assist the seniors at the Napanock Senior Center. And we're looking to help them with a possible grant opportunity from the town. And that's all I have.
Cassie.
I want to let everybody know that this Friday at 6 o'clock at the camp, they're going to do Camp's Got Talent. It's a show the kids are putting on for the public. It opens at 6 o'clock at the high school, and everybody's welcome to come out and watch the kids perform. I also want to shout out to our community, because whenever we need and we put it out there that we need it, they come through. Some really stellar people in our community found out that the flotation devices at the Ellenville pool were stolen, and they stepped up in a big way. And now all our little dudes who don't know how to swim have a flotation device so they go in the pool safely. And we really, really appreciate you. And it really touched our hearts that the community stepped up. The Warsaw Water District is moving along. We're working on a schedule for getting the green sand filters flushed and online, and then that would be the next step towards actually turning the well field on. Once that's done and the Department of Health approves it, we'll be moving forward with that. I am pleased to let everybody know that the Warsing Heroes Military Tribute Banner Committee will have a booth at the Blueberry Festival. And if you have if you are related to, or you yourself are a Town of Warsing war vet or other type of vet, you don't have to have seen active service to get a banner. You just need to reach out to us and come see us at the booth, and we'll get you signed up. And we're the committee is very excited to offer this as an opportunity to recognize the vets from the Town of Warsing.
Cost.
The cost is $175 for a banner, and if that's prohibitive, let somebody know and we'll see what we can do to help you out. And that's all I have tonight.
Paul?
Okay, the only thing I have is I just want to make a shout out to a couple of guys at the Ellenville Fire District. I joined them a little while ago over at the rec camp, and we basically showed them how we use some of the equipment when we're responding to fire calls. Was very happy to know that they knew about stop, drop, and roll. And they also, the majority of them knew about a fire prevention plan if there's ever a problem, in their home. So it was a very positive day. I think the kids had a good time, and I can tell you, us guys at the fire district had a good time too, and meeting with the kids. And that's all I've got for today.
Mike?
I don't really have anything this evening. I'd just like to give kudos to the folks that put the time and effort into the Borscht Belt Festival this past weekend, which brought out a tremendous amount of people on a very hot day, and everybody had a good time. Bands were good, all the booths that were there, food and so on. So I'd like to say good job for the people that put that on. And don't forget, the Blueberry Festival is coming up 8/12.
Yep.
That's all I have for this evening. Yes.
Okay. So again, congratulations to Linda Blaveld, who's a senior account clerk, passed the exam, so we congratulate for that. The treatment plant that Cassie was talking about, we have to come up and design a plate for Stephen F. Bradley's name honored at that facility, so
Yep.
put that in your cap and think about it right now, starting tonight. That's going to be right around the corner. We have to order it, and it's important that it's there when we open it up. The senior center Bill brought up, Bill and I, myself, and Nasari, the recreation director, today met with them for about an hour and a half. And we discussed the grant release and indemnity agreement that we've been changing over the last couple of years. Over the years, it's just been kind of a given that those things happen, we would support that. And today we discussed the opportunity for that, and a lot of that meeting also was about with Nasari and the town, Bill and I. And the board knew that we're having this conversation, but we're looking, as we've said for months, since Nasari was hired as a rec director, that we're looking for a senior component as well as the children's component during the summer program. And we have a 12-month-a-year program. And in the past, there's been things during the rest of the year, but this is a really good, way to reach the young folks and the seniors in the town of Warsing. The age limit for that particular center is 50 years old. And what they do is they have bingo they played, but they also discussed they have, what was the name of the place in Ulster Heights?
The New Hope.
New Hope goes down there. They're willing, once in a while, they also rent the building, so we told them that we would, they have a sort of a professionally looking advertisement for renting the building, and we could throw it on our Facebook page, we could put it on Channel 23, we could help them in that capacity. As far as the youth program, Sarah and I and Bill discussed some of the scenarios that we could do for that facility, and when people going there, whether it's seated yoga for the adults, or we'd have to talk to the Ellenville Hospital. But there was a number of things that we actually didn't agree to any of this. We threw out ideas where we thought we could improve their utilization of the building, and again, we're not we're just supporting it from a small degree, but they have what they do down there, and we had a very good conversation that really gave us a lot of, they actually told us that they have about 8 people on their board. There's a couple, 2, 3 people that are the ones that do most of the work, but in actuality, there is a structured board, and they'll be formulating that and providing that information. In the near future, we'll be activating that, and then once the summer program's over, we'll be looking to do some activities down there in some respects. So you'll get further information as this goes along, but I thought it was a very positive meeting, and that's important for the seniors as well as the younger folks in the town. What else? I think that's it
Touch
right now.
anything on Brim Road Park? or-
The Broom Road Park, we had, there was a walkthrough meeting with Bill last week. I had a meeting, so I couldn't get there, but Mike Jetter and Bill and Elena Senegrad from the Parks, Village Town Parks Committee. We actually made during the last meeting that we had, which is the third Thursday at 8 o'clock in the morning, what we did was we picked Elliot Auerbach and a few of the other, Bill Brown. We picked 4 or 5 people. We didn't want to have a 17-person committee because then you'd be reinventing the wheel. So, I forwarded the application that I sent as a joint application, which showed, which had a letter from the town, it had a letter from the village. I was listed as a project manager, Tracy was on there, and Mike Warren was on there as members. So we've had that discussion at the village board meeting, myself, last month, and then at the Village Town Parks meeting, the last meeting, we discussed that in length. And then, so I actually forwarded the actual application process and the bids that we got and the actual pieces of equipment and what we're doing with the tennis court and the basketball court and the fencing and other things. And I forwarded that to Elena. She's got it, and Bill and Mike Jetter are looking at it, and so we'll get updates to the public as it goes along, but that's moving in the right direction, right, Bob?
Yeah.
Okay, so at that point, I'd like to call for
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Mike makes a motion.
I'll second it.
Oh.
All second, did you want something? All seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried.
Night.
Aye.